Alright, last game, and I'm versing Mr. Franz at A-Rod. Alright, take us through your list. I don't think people have seen this type of the Smash army.
It's Tau.
It's Tau.
It's Tau, it's Riptides, it's Skyrays, it's Broadsides, it's Fire Warriors.
And buff commanders, and a buff Farseer.
It's a bit new, the Eldar in there, the Farseer and Deathlights.
All the good stuff, all the good stuff.
I'm not really happy with how well it's going against the meta, the way it's changing, so it needs to change.
Alright, and here's my little bastion of solitude over here. All the flies hiding. Alright, so last round, and I couldn't dodge him forever. I'm versing Tau. And I think I went in optimistic. I've played Rod quite a few times in tournaments, and I think we played once or twice outside of the tournaments, but we've played in tournaments before. Me with my Nids, him with his Tau. If you've seen any of the 4C ones, we have almost a grudge thing happening where the last round comes along and he tables me, and then we have a good laugh about it. Anyway, getting into the game, I was quietly not confident. I wasn't downhearted to see Tau, especially Rod's list, because I thought my army had the tools to beat it. I kind of built this list with the express purpose of being able to take care of some of those vehicles that Tau and Eldar have, like Wave Serpents and Skyrays, with all the Haywire. So if I could get that big strike, 6 Haywire missiles happening, I need on average 3 to hit, and hopefully he doesn't save any, and then, get first blood and take out one of the things. That's the hope, there's always a hope. Or he could be really aggressive with his deployment, which he's kind of done, and I get a whole bunch of flamers happening. So I set up, and I was a little bit aggressive for my deployments, but I'm thinking, no, I should be okay. I've got Shrouded, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I'm just thinking to myself, and then Rod seizes initiative. Oh, God, every time. The last 4 games we've played each other, he has seized on me, and it drives me nuts. Here you go, turn 1, he takes off, 2 Hive Crones off the table. Can't do anything about it, that's ignores cover, ignores armor because they're all AP full guns. Anyway, if we talked afterwards, I think if the deployment, I could have still gotten the 36 inches, because 36 inches is pretty good. So for the missiles, I could have still moved where I am and deployed maybe another 10 to 12 inches back, or we'll say 6 to 12 inches back, and still achieve the same thing. So I was a bit too aggressive with my deployment. So any Tyranid players out there, if you're versing Tau, it is fine to try, and especially if you've got this type of army where you've got lots of Crones and you're going for that second wave, but you need to get some of those Skyrays out of the action. It's okay to deploy aggressively, but don't go too crazy. You need to be a little bit back. Use that 24-inch movement. Anyway, Rob just went outside for a smoke, and we're back into the game. I do cause quite a bit of damage in turn 1. I did cause one of the hull points, and my Hive Tyrants killed quite a few Fire Warriors, and then actually pinned, or he went to ground with his Kroot. His second round of shooting wasn't as fantastic as his first round. He kills 1 Crone, but gets both my Hive Tyrants down to I think 1 wound each, because I had Feel No Pain up at that time. So I do manage to have a second crack at everything, and I'm going for the Ethereal and those broadsides with my Morlocks. I do scatter a bit. I also go for the Crisis Suit, and I get a good hit, and I actually kill 2 of them and put 2 wounds on his buff commander, who's his HQ, his Warlord. One of the Morlocks, though, mishaps. The one that pops up and kills the Ethereal actually mishapped, and again I rolled a 1. So I don't know what it is with my luck with this tournament, but I seem to love mishapping with my Morlocks and then rolling 1s for it to instantly kill itself, because it's happened 3 games out of the 4. So just be careful of that. That's another thing that it can happen. It's like people say, oh yeah, it's only 1 in 6. It will happen 3 times. I'm thinking it's to the same Morlock as well. He just doesn't want to play. Anyway, so we get into, this is now Rod's 3rd turn. And so he's killed 3 Hive Crones. Gotten my 2 Hive Tyrants down to 1 wound each. And killed one of my Morlocks by just sitting there and my Morlock killing itself. His 3rd turn starts, kills both my Hive Tyrants. Both of my Morlocks, or no, it gets 1 Morlock down to like 1 wound left. Charges it, and then I eventually hit and run out. And so for my game turn 3, I say to myself, alright, that was nice. I tried pushing forward and getting some kills and all that. Didn't work. Now I'm playing to try and win on the objectives. My Morlock jumps down. I have managed to focus all on the troops. That's literally all, like... Again, the way you win these games is just kill the troops, kill the troops. Just say it to yourself over and over again. Because Rod right now, one of his Fire Warriors is running off the board. He's got 1 troop camping his base objective, 1 Kroot squad here, and a jet bike at the top. So 3 troops max. I have 3 troops and 2 objectives on my side as well. And really, it's just up here, the... jet bikes that I need to get rid of, and then I've got 2 to his 2, and that's what it is. It ended game turn 5, I believe. We got game turn 5. I hit him off the objective, kill those jet bikes, and I have 2 objectives to his 2, but he's got Linebreaker, First Blood, and Warlord, and I don't have any of those. So minor win to Rod and his tower, but I think if I got first turn and I wasn't so aggressive with my deployment, even if I didn't get first turn, I think I might have done something or other. Not necessarily win, but it would have been interesting. Anyway, good tournament. It was a very, very tight tournament in that the difference between... I think I came 19th. And so the difference between 19th and 10th, which is what Rod was... I'll double check, but the difference was only 4 points. So that gives you some type of crazy idea. 4 points separated, 10 positions. So very, very tight in the middle pack. The difference between the very first player and the second was like 10 points. And the very first player to me was about 20 something points. But it'll be up. You can see it right now, but... Very, very, very interesting game, tournament. I think next time I'll be bringing Bibles. Not so many Crones, maybe 1 or 2. I'm not working, but I want to drop one of the Morlocks for some Bivors. And maybe even a Tyrannofex with either Rupture Cannon or the Torrent Flamer. Because the AP4 was really, really useful. So, I don't think 3 Morlocks is needed. 2, and just hope you're a bit more lucky with the rolls. And kind of tag team them, and then use the... because I was trying to use the Morlocks in a whole bunch of different ways, and some worked, some didn't. Whereas I think the 3 Bibles could kind of take care of what the Morlock does, and... Because I'm always going to have like a Turvagon sitting out back, or... some warriors or something like that. And I think I might throw in some Gene Stealers as well for either outflank or infiltrate stuff. I've got some ideas of what I want to do, so we'll see.